Smacking, cracking, and watching. Follow me on Twitter. Subscribe.
Animal Kingdom, Season 2, Episode 6, or maybe it's 7. Either way it go, it's called Dig. And let me tell y'all, it's going to be a little bit crazy. The message of this episode is family. Family. What will you do for yours? How far are you willing to go for yours? They say two lines about family that really stuck with me. One, like family isn't family. Two, Smurf is willing to walk over her own kid just to get out, just to get ahead. It's pretty deep, right? How far are they willing to go for each other? Do they really have each other's back? Is blood thicker than water? Is family blood only? All right. Right now we're going to talk about my favorite shots. One, Jay having his gun bedside. You should have had it there to begin with. We wouldn't be at this. We wouldn't have to dig this episode. That last week's episode would have went another way. Javi wouldn't have been living. I'm just saying, if you keep what you need to have near you just in case of emergency. America. Two, the shower with the blood. When Jay was washing himself down, that blood shot was just going around and wafting in the water. I was like, oh, even though it was disgusting, it was a beautiful shot. Pope with the shotgun. Come on now. Come through, Pope. Come through with, are you a lefty? Because the shotty seems to always be in your left hand. And I love it. I appreciate it. That trigger discipline too. America. The empty fireplace at the Cody residence. I appreciated that. It was beautiful. It was this big, usually it's like a square fireplace they always portray on television. This one was a big, stupid, almost like. For Craig's room and the posters on him. Ooh, spit. Craig's room and the posters on the wall. I loved it. The decks from the surfboards to I forgot what else it was. Anyway, I really liked it. I appreciated the artwork. It was dope. 5. Pope with the shotty, with his finger off the trigger, 2 pistols pointed like this on the table, the patio deck table. Everybody was sleeping and he was ready for war all night. What are we at, 5 or 6? Look, I'm gonna go with 5. Maybe we're at 5. Jay teaching, I'm gonna call her my headache. I'm not gonna call her name anymore. When Jay was teaching my headache how to shoot, I loved it. The little white thing, those are sights. Look at your sights, line it up, and he chose. You know what I didn't really care for was how she had. I didn't like the little hammer he had to pull back. I don't like that. I just don't. I love the kitchen shot because the pineapple, mango, cantaloupe, watermelon, vodka, mango. Did I say mango already? Oranges. 8. Anyway, I loved all the fruit. I love the cups of the cups in the background of. Am I the only one that just keeps saying to myself the entire episode, where are y'all neighbors? Smurf, your neighbors didn't hear anything? Like, for real? They didn't hear it. Shooting, screaming, none of that kidnapping, tires, squealing, nothing. Y'all know drama, but y'all don't know neighbors. Y'all don't know 911. Y'all don't know witnesses. Nothing. Y'all that good. Javi's team is that good to where nobody witnessed any of this. Nobody called it in. Police ain't at the door or anything. I'm just saying. I don't know. Let's get to the house, y'all. We at the Cody residence, and Smurf's got all the boys in the garage. And you know, when we in the garage, she either going behind that milk, getting that thing, or we're formulating a plan. And at this point, the boys do not really want to be around her. They're still in their chest. They're still in their feelings. Wait a minute. You telling me y'all buried Javi's daddy at the same location where Javi dropped off my headache, who was kidnapped? But she called Smurf while she was sitting on the side of the roadway. Y'all buried them. Let's go back. Y'all buried Javi's daddy underneath a house. Was I the only person who was sitting at that house like this? What? So somebody is living with this dead body underneath their property and they don't even know why their property value is decreasing and declining. Darren, you wild. Darren, you are so wild and disrespectful that I wanted to hit you. Pope said, we don't just kill people. You don't? You sure? Because you done did it a lot. Stop playing. Darren said, I'm not killing for her. I said, huh? I said, what? Y'all being too much today. Y'all being too much. So y'all will still rob and kill for yourselves, but not for her. Stop it. Now everybody's scared to go to prison. Now everybody is scared to get locked down. Really? I just said y'all will still rob and kill for your own self-gain, but you won't do it for your family, your La Familia, your blood, the Rojo? For real? Were any of you guys also in your chest and almost wanted to drop a silent tear right here when Mama Smurf said, I'm paying my sons to keep me out of prison? Wasn't that something messed up? Wasn't that messed up, y'all? Y'all so disrespectful to Mama Smurf, but everybody stayed at the house. Y'all were still there, even though y'all are upset in your chest, in your feelings, wanting to be your own man. Ooh, a red bird. Wanting to be get your own money for yourself, for your own goals. You guys are still there for your family, whether you like it or not. I thought that was cool, but at the same time, they was pissed that they had to do it. How many of y'all were living for when Smurf went off on my headache when she said, oh, go on in there, and my headache walked in and she said, I know what y'all doing. You guys are acting like I don't know. And Smurf said, she pulled her close because, you know, that's how a good pimp does it. They get you in close. You're a smart girl. You're right. Now, do you have somewhere to sleep tonight? Because, look, translation, what Smurf said was, oh, you know too much. Think you can talk now. You don't know who run this? You don't know who house you in? Oh, you don't know your place, little girl. Translation. Ass up on my face. Yet. Smurf just said to her, instead of saying what I said, she said, you're a smart girl. Now find somewhere else to sleep. Now let me get into these boys. Bass had his own translation. Bass said, hey girl, get in the car. Are you okay? You're not gonna call the cops, right? What he really wanted to say was, in all this drama and all these people now looking at us, we got to come up out of our pockets because all of this. Really? I can't believe you got me out here in these streets picking you up looking like a just saying. Baz is in his own drama. Baz has the police watching him, so he feels that heat on the back of his neck. I know you guys know Catherine's situation, his baby's mom. Catherine's dead. He's finally saying to himself, you know what? She's gone. She can't possibly be here. Poor Lena. She's not getting that father that she deserves, you know, because he's absent. He may be there present, dropping her off at this particular instance, but he's not there mentally, you know. I want somebody to just tell Pope that, I want somebody just to tell Baz that he's not going to get the Father of the Year. He's not going to get a Father of the Year mug. He's not going to get a tie or a pair of socks. So Baz is negotiating with Javi. Even though Javi's a bad guy, you know, is he wrong? Even though Javi's the bad guy, is he wrong? We know he's bitter, but does that give him reason to just go so ham at Baz and at the boys over jealousy? Does that give him reason to want to do all of these things to Smurf because Smurf took away the one thing he wanted in life? I don't know. It's a lot of wrongs in this family. It's a lot of wrongs in this show. There's a couple rights, but Javi, I don't know, man. Baz is negotiating with Javi for $200,000. Smurfs ends up saying, you know what? Use the church money y'all did. Y'all big grown boys. Flip that $200,000. Or how they're gonna get this $200,000 back. Wait till the other boys find out. It's not gonna be good. I feel like the church is making Pope a new man. Did y'all hear Pope encouraging his young nephew Jay? Wait, he said the bruises will get worse before they get better. Have you ever hurt somebody? Do you really know what it feels like? Are you ready to hurt them? Look at Pope. Look at Pope. Look at Pope. Won't he do it? I want somebody to tell Darren that sink is real dirty at his restaurant. And did he have the nerve to have a deep fryer with food in it and the food was just sitting there? He ain't worried about picking up nobody order. See, that's how that bar is going to get shut down because there's going to be some food poisoning involved. I tried. I tried to warn him. He didn't listen. Jay, the beast is officially born. He sound like a young Master Bruce Wayne from Batman, y'all. Did they hurt you? Did they hurt you? He's mad about what they did to my headache. He is mad about what they did to him. And then I think he's even pissed with his uncles because they're not angry that he was hurt and held against his will like that. Now, if it was the other way, if somebody had did that to Baz, all the boys would be wanting to go after who take somebody's head off. So I think that's going to be, this is his trying point, you know? Did y'all see Jay in bed like this? Thinking of a master plan. Thinking about what he's going to do for his next move. Now, the name of this episode is Dig. And we know that the guys had to go to the residence where Javi's father was buried. And they had to dig up his remains. Get a hold to that physical body, that habeas corpus, that bring it, show me it. Blue drop cloth. We see a head. We see a shirt. We see a boot. We see a gun. But we're missing a dang on foot. The foot's still on the loose, y'all. I'm like, what are they gonna do? What are they gonna do? How are they gonna find it? Pope finds it. They keep digging. I felt like a scene from Scandal with Papa Pope. You know how Olivia's dad works at this the dinosaur museum or whatnot, and he's always putting together the fossils of the old dinosaurs, and he's putting it piece by piece. That's how I felt like. You put your right leg in, you put your right leg out, you put your leg in, and you shake it all around. That's how I felt, y'all. That's how I felt. Poor lady is not even knowing that she's not going to be able to get that check. She's not going to get her floor redone. She's going to be looking for, their best worker to come, and that worker is never going to show up. Poor lady. She will never get it finished. What people will do for $1, man. Who is your family? Who is it? Who is your family? Javi thought that dude was down with him and that was his blood. He thought that was his fam. Not for $1. Folks will betray you for $1. Smurf always has a plan for the plan and another plan, except for when they had her butt on against that TV. She didn't have a plan for that immediately. She called Javi out, called him stupid and impulsive, and I said, dang, Smurf, he gonna try to shoot you, girl. Then she said, you're just like your father. I said, oh, he really gonna shoot you, girl. The man with Javi ends up shooting Javi in the back of the head. Pop! Falls out. Baz is mad. She tells Baz, you wouldn't do what needed to be done, so that's why she stepped in and had that. That's why she made the move that she did. She said Javi wanted revenge, not the money, which is true. Javi did want revenge and not the money. It would have kept going and going and going. He would have wanted more and more. Then he would have wanted this. He would have did anything to make sure she fell, and everything that she loved fell. It's like an octopus. Like an octopus. He wants her head and everything that she's reaching. Fast forward a little bit. I hope we don't see that dude from she told him to get out of town in California. Hopefully he really left and got out of town. Otherwise, that's going to be a headache. We see Beer with the boys, and every time they complete a job, kicking one back. Smurf was smart, though. She went, picked up that gun like this, and, she threw it. Hopefully. But Smurf, I don't know if Smurf actually made it hit the water, because it didn't look like a strong 100% all your might throw. It looked like a... What do I know? Hope sets the remains of Javi's dad ablaze, and they're just looking. It was a beautiful shot that came up overhead, and we just see the crew on this cliff with the work van and the Ford Explorer. We play this song, I Feel It Coming, and it was the truth. You feel it coming, man. A lot coming. A lot. So what we gonna do, y'all? What we gonna do? Next episode. It was a good one. It was a good one. Javi's gone. Our headache girlfriend of Jay and Craig's. What's her deal? Is she gonna go snitch now that she's been, belittled in front of everybody? And she knows a lot. She knows a lot. We already know she wanted to reach out to her dad, but she didn't make that call. Is she pregnant? What they gonna do about this money? Excuse me. What is Baz gonna do about this money now that his brothers know that? I don't know. It's going to be interesting, but this show is off the chain, y'all. Thanks for watching it. Sorry I'm a little late with it, and I got to do it in the car. All right. Peace out.